What's up, everybody? Ghost Gamer here, and today we're going to be reviewing The Forest. Now, keep in mind, before we go any further, I want to say this is an early release, an alpha stage game as I was reviewing it. It's not out yet, it's not done yet in any way, shape, or form. The only reason that I actually went through and reviewed it, because I'm sure some of you have been, or if you're watching this, you're kind of wondering, well, why are you reviewing it if it's an early release, or if it's an alpha, or if it's a beta, and so on and so forth. I was asked to. I've gotten a few requests to actually review what is done thus far, what my opinions on it are, and so on and so forth. So, without further ado, here we are, and I'm going to be reviewing the game from what I've played so far. Now, if you go out and you try and grab a copy, from Steam or whatever, or from the website, I want you to know right off the bat it's going to be glitchy. It's going to be buggy as hell. No shit. Like I said, early stages, early release, early access, that is, alpha stage stuff here. Now, with that being said, I understand it's glitchy and buggy as hell. They're, from a standpoint of more of an independent game, I am totally digging the concept here. It's one of those things that I kind of like the survival horror genre. I like having to be able to survive. I like having to be able to craft items and search for items and so on and so forth. That's also why I like State of Decay, so much. That's why I like some of the more independent survival horror genre-based games. So this kind of appealed to me. Now, from a standpoint of understanding, this is essentially more of an independent game. It's not a AAA-based game or anything like that. Hopefully, the developers are, listening to this, or able to stumble across this video, because there are some things that I am looking at here. Graphics need to be dialed up just a little bit. It seems to... the graphics are not bad. Don't get me wrong. They definitely have their place in certain areas, but there are other areas where it seems too plasticky. It seems too... I don't even know what to call it. It's just too generic for me. And it's generally, when it comes into the characters more so than the environments. The environments are fairly decent. It's the characters are kind of a little lax. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand from a modeler standpoint, it's always harder to model and animate more organic items such as, quadrupeds, bipeds, things like that, than it is to model out, more mechanical items. I understand that. I get that. Trust me, I feel your pain. But from a standpoint of a gamer, I would hope that you dial up the quality on your characters a little bit more. Now, with that being said, at the same time, if I remember correctly, they're using Unity as the game engine. So from that standpoint, all of the experience that I have with Unity, it's not a bad engine, but it's not the world's greatest engine. You can only push that engine to a certain limit before it continuously fights you along the line as you're trying to do stuff. So, although I'm saying, your character models, I would like to see them be better, I also understand that you're kind of fighting the system a little bit, and there's a point of no return, if you will, where you basically cap it out and you can't do everything you exactly want to do. I get that. As far as mechanics go with the game, I'm not there's a few things that I just kind of didn't like. It took me a long time to try and dial in the mouse. As far as mouse sensitivity went, that I found annoying as hell. Quite frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if, kind of made you motion sick. It takes a little bit to get dialed in to the point to where you like it. Aside from that, some of the camera controls as well are a little hinky from time to time. It seems like an intermittent problem. It's not a constant fluid issue. As far as sound goes, though, granted, the game is inherently creepy as hell. Just with the concept and where you're at, and you're being all alone, and dealing with these essentially your enemy, and you don't know nothing about them, you don't know what they're all about, and all this other good stuff, and quite frankly, they will kick the living crap out of you any chance they get, which sucks, because it seems like even if you chop them 5 or 6 times with a hatchet, it doesn't really do anything. But anyhow, you do not have to play with the audio in order to get that scare factor. Let me say that again. You do not have to play with audio levels in order to get the scare factor. I mean, that is a common theme against horror films and, some of the surviving horror genre games. You really don't need it. I mean, it is more annoying than anything. Whenever your audio level goes up and down and back and forth like crazy, it gets annoying as hell. Just to give you an idea, I played the game, the entire length of the game. I didn't change my audio whatsoever. I bring it into my video editing program to make this review, and I'm constantly trying to play with the audio levels in order to get them to a point to where I could talk without being overridden by video game sound. One of those deals where you can hear it in the background, but it's not overbearing. Aside from that, considering that this, from what I read, is a 3-person development team, this is actually pretty damn good. I understand where they're coming from with the time and everything, and granted, even though I don't agree with it completely, I also understand why they're charging money for an alpha release. As a gamer, I don't agree with it, but as a artist, I do, because then you can take the money that you've generated in an alpha release and put it into the game. I get that. But from the standpoint of a gamer, that does kind of suck. It's kind of BS because it's not anywhere near the end result that you're going to want as a developer. So you're charging for something that's subpar. Anyhow, with that all being said, I will end this on the note that I am actually still looking forward to the game. Even though I'm not completely impressed at this point, I'm impressed to a certain extent. However, there are issues that are kind of hindering it from going a little bit further as far as my own personal tastes go. I'm not going to give it a numerical rating whatsoever because it's not a complete fluid build release. I guess we just have to wait. I'm not sure when it's actually going to be released. I forgot to look at Steam before I made this video to see if there was any update or anything like that. It seems like they're getting some decent feedback from the community, which is good. They have a thing where an email address where you can actually send all the feedback and bugs straight to them, which is absolutely awesome because it gives the gamer the ability to give positive and negative input in order to fix some of the things that come along. So, I guess for now, it's a waiting game. Like I said, I was asked to do this review on my opinion on what it is as right now. It's got potential, but I guess we have to wait and see. And, when it actually hits release, or it hits a decent beta build, or what have you. But for now, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, feel free to drop them down below in the comment section. If you found this informative at all, hit the like button. And if, well, actually, go ahead and do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. It helps out quite a bit. Don't forget to check out our game card contest that we got going on. It should be the video right before this one in the playlist. And that is already commenced. It's a $100 gift card from either Steam, PSN, or Xbox. Free from grabs. You have exactly 1 month from today. It started a couple days ago, but it ends December 24th at midnight. So, by all means, do what you gotta do. Watch the video. We have till December 24th. We are picking one person to win a gift card, and actually it may go down to where we're picking one person from each individual card. I don't know. We'll see. But for now, I'm Ghost Gamer, and I'm out of here.